my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Greg McIntyre. Greg is the managing attorney for the McIntyre Law Firm. McIntyre Elder Law is built on a client-centered and values-based foundation. Greg received his law degree from Campbell University. He is a member of the North Carolina State Bar Association and serves as a member of the North Carolina State Consumer and Family Advisory Council as appointed by the Speaker of the North Carolina House of Representatives. Greg, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to take it from here. Yeah, please hold your questions to the end, only because we want to, and I do presentations on a regular basis. Not as familiar with webinars, but we'll get there. Sometimes I take them during the middle, but on this one, we're going to take them at the end. So, all right, here we go. So that's me. It's Art of Omnipresence. So what is omnipresence? Omnipresence is being everywhere all the time, okay? And that's really, when I started working for other attorneys, trying to figure out how to, I guess make a meal off the scraps of their tables, how to put together a marketing plan, and I only say that because, you have to get your name out there. The person who gets the most attention in a lot of ways makes the most money. And how do you do that starting out? Or even if you're a sage or you're going just into elder law or just into estate planning, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So title of the webinar, The Art of Omnipresence, and it is an art. I believe it is an art and somewhat a talent, but definitely it can be a learned skill set that you can add to your repertoire and add to your firm that can make you and your family a lot of money, and that's really who you have loyalty to, is you and your family. So, I'm Greg McIntyre. Ashley introduced me a little bit. I did go to Campbell University. Before that, I was in the U.S. military. I've been a computer programmer for years as well, worked as one, and completed my law degree at Campbell University, MBA at Campbell University, and blah, blah, blah. But what's most important, you can follow me on Twitter, @LawyerGreg, okay? And we do a lot. I have two separate streams of content. One through our firm, which is very elder law specific, and one through Lawyer Greg, which is very attorney and business oriented, okay? And if you look at our YouTube channel, Lawyer Greg, that's all you see is shows with me, shows with my wife, shows about business, shows about professionals, things of that nature. But let's, without further ado, get into it. Bio, okay. That's me in the background there a little bit. And whose kids are those? Those are mine. Those are all mine with the same baby mama there on the end, Stephanie. I'm a husband and father of 6 kids with Steph. I am an elder law attorney, just to give you a little bit more on my bio and resume. I am a shameless marketer, and that's true. I'll tell anybody and everybody who will listen that we can help you. I think I heard someone say one time, if you want to make millions, help millions, and I believe that's the truth. I have a genuine need to help people, and I have a knowledge, experience, and talent in helping them save their hard-earned money and property. And I think a lot of you listening out there do too. I'm a blogger. I'm an author. I'm an internet video star, literally, in the really good sense, blogging about how to help seniors, or videoing about how to help seniors protect their assets and legacies. A technologist really encompasses what I am also. Technology is part of who I am, how I was raised, and I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that, and you should be too. If not, you need to adopt it, and I'll tell you why in this webinar, and blah, blah, blah. Who cares, right? Let's move on. So step 1, I'm going to go through some steps. I'm going to ask you to pay attention to those steps, and there's going to be a quiz at the end, okay? I'm going to give you a 5-step, simple 5 steps to omnipresence in your market, okay? Who are you? Are you in the yellow pages? Let's talk about the yellow pages for a little bit. Well, I'll just go through the list. legal publication perhaps, Lawyers Weekly or something like that. Not that those things are bad, okay? I'm not knocking those guys. I don't want angry phone calls from Lawyers Weekly or Super Lawyers Magazine. But are you in the paper, your local paper? Are you paying? The real question is, are you paying for an ad in your local paper, or are you writing an article for an elder law piece or elder senior related piece every, say, week or month for your local paper in your county? That's what we've been able to do. Only after years of really putting out a lot of information in other outlets and markets have we achieved that for free. Are you anywhere? Well, you should be somewhere. I hope that I was trying to say, I hope you're not in the Yellow Pages. The Yellow Pages, we committed a long time ago to no print advertising. I've broken that rule lately because we started doing some print and some and kind of but it's more of an informative article in a separate newspaper also besides just our county paper, and then that also helped lead to writing a free article in our county paper. I think the Yellow Pages, I mean, if you want to find a lawyer, can you go to the Yellow Pages? Absolutely. And if you see that big middle of yellow on the screen, that's pretty much that's the lawyer section. The white section there, I think, is everybody else. But the lawyer section, if you want to spend tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and get lost in a sea of other people that do exactly what you do or something similar, and the general public really doesn't know the difference if they need an elder law attorney or a domestic attorney or just what I call a door lawyer, which is what I used to do starting out as a young, hungry attorney with 2 kids coming out of law school, everything that walked through the door. Man, I mean, I'm going to say don't spend your money there. I'm going to tell you, don't spend your money there. It's just in the other, with all the other possible avenues of places that you can get your name out, why in the world would you lose yourself in a sea of other attorneys? It makes absolutely no sense to me. And every person I know has a cell phone that they look up numbers on the internet or a computer or something like that. And many times, and we'll get into this, who your target market is your target market your senior, if you're an elder law attorney, or their children who are seeing you every day on all forms of social media, and that's free, okay? And so I'm not going to get lost in the Yellow Pages. I don't have an ad. My number, you can't find me there. I'm not in any legal publications. I am in the paper, and instead of anywhere, I am everywhere. So where are we? We are everywhere. Google me. When I walk into a room, I might tell you my name. I might tell you a little bit about what I do. I'm going to want you to go back and Google me. That's what I'm going to want to do. That's even more powerful than our business cards, which I have and hand out a ton all the time. Conquering the world one business card at a time, yes, but I really want you to go back and pull me up. I want you to see all the really enormous level of content that we put out on a regular basis around my passion, which is helping seniors protect their assets and legacies. So that's step one. Where are you? Step two, who are you? That's me and my lovely wife, Stephanie, the mother of our 6 children. So you already know a little bit about me, and we just got into it. I told you I was a shameless marketer and promoter, and I'm unapologetic about it. You know me, you know my face, you know my cheesy smile, you know what my wife looks like, you know my kids, you know I'm a family man. I hope you get that. And I rock that, okay? That makes me me. And that matters as much when you're making a personal connection with a client and why they should choose you, because anybody can draft a will, or at least the client thinks so. You do wills? I sound like Larry the Cable Guy. Yes, we do wills, but that's a smart, how many of you out there get that question on a regular basis? But that's an extremely small part of what we do. If I sit down with you and I'm passing all your property by a will where sharks are lurking out there like creditors' liens or possibly Medicaid liens, I probably haven't done a good job for you. So the general public doesn't know, but they know that, hey, man, Greg's out in the community all the time. He's a veteran. He does veterans events. He's in every community organization on the planet. He's on boards He's on every social media outlet possible. He does a radio show. He does a blog. He writes books. He does presentations everywhere all the time, sometimes 2 or 3 a week. That's what they know. And they know that I show up at church every Sunday, if that's your thing, with my wife and kids. And I don't go there because I'm marketing, but they see me there, and I love my wife and I love my kids, and I want to make sure that they get a good upbringing. They see me out in the community. That's my point. So figure out, put your finger on who you are and what makes you you. And yes, that's a assault rifle pin. If you really want a deal done, sign it with that. I've got a cheesy smile, like I said. I know that. I'm passionate about my family. I hope that shows through. I love them to death. And that's what I rock all over the place, all the time. My wife and I do a personal show about lawyers and professionals and their issues at home, because we're a funky bunch. And when we get home, our husbands, wives have to deal with us. Heaven forbid 2 lawyers that are married together. I don't know what they do. I haven't experienced that yet, but I think you got to find some common ground, and we do a show about that. And my hope is that the people that watch that show and receive it, get a little help out of it. Okay, and that's something we do to give back, because I think it's important to put it out there. It's also a brand. So establish your brand, because stop separating yourself from your firm. I started doing this a long time ago. That doesn't mean that I don't have a personal Facebook page and I don't have a firm Facebook page, because I do. And I apologize for my voice, kind of. I've been yapping all the time, all week, and I had something that's been knocking it down this week, but it's coming back. But stop separating yourself from your firm. You have the same DNA, especially if you're in a small firm or small group of attorneys, or a solo. You are your brand, you are your market, you are your firm. Accept it, embrace it. Work-life balance is bull. Insert expletive. It's not like I take my work home with me all the time, although I do. But I'm just on all the time. I'm talking to people all the time, even off the clock. I'm 100%. Usually I have a pin on that says 100%. Usually I have a name tag on too, and an American flag pin. I've got my flare on. But don't separate yourself from your brand. You are your brand. Accept it, rock it, and give 1,000% toward yourself and your family. You owe it to yourself to live up to your talents and abilities, and you owe it to your family. Nobody gets help unless you get a client. They don't get your services. They don't get help, and they've got to deal with the door lawyer down the street who's trying to figure out how to save their money and property, and may not be equipped with the tools that we are as Elder Council and Wealth Council members. Step 3. Who knows you? Most people think that everybody knows them. Most people think that more people know them than actually do in their communities, because they're an attorney or they're from a family name. You would be surprised at how much that is absolutely not true. And, if they know you, do they know you by your brand and exactly what you do? Do they think you're a criminal lawyer or a door lawyer? What do they think you do? Who's your market? Who are you talking to? So you need to understand that less people know you than you think in order to, I'll tell you who my market is, and there's a reason why there's kind of a black and white sketch of planet Earth behind it. There's like 6 billion people on the planet. Every single one of them needs to know who Greg McIntyre is, and needs to know that I help seniors protect their assets and their legacies. That's what they need to know. That's my market. And I pare it down from there. When I step down, I can go to the state of North Carolina, of which I'm an attorney. I can go to my region between Charlotte and Asheville, which I ride the roads there, helping clients or bringing in clients between that area. And it's an ever-expanding pie for me. I'm always trying to reach people who haven't heard of me. In fact, I could sit right in this county and give seminars at the same place all the time and still get a fresh group of people, because people need to hear the message, and that's just what I found to be true, because it's a constantly refreshing group, and I can never do the same things enough, repeat the same actions enough of getting my market, my brand out there. What is your brand? Do you take it seriously? Even in our conference room, we have tailored art throughout the entire office. We have our logos. We have an entire replicatable brand that we put out, and consistent brand that we put out on everything that we do. And then, as I spoke of earlier, and you should too, by the way, so figure out what that is. Marketing to parents or the children. It's my argument that you're marketing to both, that there's no wrong person to market to, that the children, a lot of the clients we get are because they sit in with their parents, or they brought their parents here and said, hey, you got to get serious about doing some estate planning before all the money and property goes away that we may inherit. Sometimes they'll say, after I sit in or with clients and identify needs and goals for their parents, they'll say, my wife and I, or my husband and I, we have all these holes in our game too. We need to, will you do our estate plan? Well, of course, we'll do that estate planning for you. And then everybody knows that they can find me on every social media outlet possible. And I don't mean they can message me. I mean I'm out there. And I don't mean I'm out there a little bit. I'm out there a lot, way up here, okay? And they know exactly what I do. If I start hearing people say they're sick of it, if I start hearing, which I haven't heard yet, if I start hearing people say, oh, wow, you're doing it too much, then I know I'm actually starting to make a difference. Think about it. There's an ocean of social media content that's going out to the world right now, okay? An ocean. And all you're doing is spitting in the ocean usually with your once-a-day Facebook post or a tweet every once in a while, something like that. You need to be pouring buckets and buckets of water in that ocean, okay? You need to make sure you're getting heard over the other noise that's out there. Where should you be? Well, of course, you should be on social media. This is not just about social media, the art of omnipresence. But should you be there? Every day and twice on Sunday. Actually, you should be there multiple times per day and on multiple outlets. Well, you might say, hey, should I be on Facebook? Should I have a personal page? Should I put out all my business, information? Should I put out information on my personal page? Should I put it out on my firm page? Any other media outlets I should put it out on, or social media outlets? It's all just media outlets. The answer is there is no wrong answer, okay? How many times should I follow up with a client? Every single, every day until they die or it kills you, right? How many times should you contact a client on Facebook? Not a client, but contact the public on Facebook. Put messages out there into the universe. Well, you should do it multiple times a day. If you have a firm page, share it on your personal page. Get your firm involved. Have them all share all the information on your firm page every single day. So you're reaching tens of thousands of people for free with a specific message. You want to make it real? Get on a video app like Meerkat. Check out Meerkat and check out Periscope if you haven't already. They're worldwide, apps that let you broadcast to the world and let you answer questions. I will do worldwide question and answer sessions on veterans aid and attendance planning and answer people's questions right there. I do it once a week, okay? And you should be recording it, putting that up on your YouTube page, integrating that into your Facebook page, integrating that into your, those videos into your video blog or your TV station, which should live on your web page, and so on and so forth. And this needs to be put out on all forms of social media. Now, do I have help putting out social media? Yes, I do, and I pay for it. However, I have somebody who does that, okay, who helps me. But they just help me craft a consistent message and do some posting. I am on there 10 times more than the person I pay to do it. If you want to really make it real and personal, do a video with your wife talking about it. Put that up on your personal page. Do a video with your kids talking about it. Put that up on your personal page. But don't do it so cheesy that it's blatant marketing. I think that the public is so educated now on marketing, period, that things need to be real. They need to be raw. They need to know that you're a real person. I think that most polished ad campaigns out there are garbage, and that the younger generation can see through them. And that's going to become more and more true as time goes on. And look, people have a window into your life right now. They grow up with a window into other people's lives, and we can talk privacy issues, or I don't want to, or, you know, I want to keep my work and home life separate, all you want. Well, just know that's not how generations coming along are groomed to think, and that they understand that social media is a presence out there all the time, and they understand that things might not be perfect, and they'll respect you more, and people will respect you more if you'll own that and roll with it. What will other lawyers think? Who cares? Do I care? And you'll see me checking every once in a while. You'll see me checking just to make sure. I don't want you to have to see that on the screen, but just to make sure that I don't have any new chats about audio problems. So what will other lawyers think? I don't really care what they think. That doesn't mean I don't respect other attorneys, because I really do. And I have a lot of attorney friends. I have a lot of judge friends, district attorney friends. But do I care if they're going to grumble and say, oh, McIntyre is doing some stuff on social media? No. Are McIntyre's writing about his passion and his subject? No. In fact, I think that if you start drawing criticism, then that's when you know that you're doing the right thing. As long as what you're doing comes from a good place, it's ethical, it's genuine, and you research and learn about what you're putting out and the information you're putting out, you're doing a public service to the community. And who cares what they think, period. They think that they're not doing it, and they're mad about it. They think that they can't do it. There's a number of reasons why they might hate on you, if you will. And trust me, you need haters. Why do I? You need detractors or haters as much as you need followers. The reason I say that, if you have a vanilla message, if your message is one of monotone, I'm going to ride the fence, I'm going to not offend anyone, I'm going to stay in my office, I'm going to, just put out a little information every once in a while, or just hang a shingle and put a yellow page out there, you're not going to probably draw any detractors or what I call haters out there. You're not. But look, your haters can sometimes be your best advertisers. I had someone say one time, oh, McIntyre's over there trying to save, trying to shelter money or hide money, save money, so that that family doesn't lose. They said it in a negative way, okay, to a potential client. That client came to me and said, hey, can you have strategies to help us protect money and property for our family? Yes, I do. Here, you want to hear? Here it goes. And I told them, you want haters out there who you want to polarize people with your message, okay? If you don't, you can't really have true fans, okay? You have to create true fans to what you do. If you're unhappy with legislation, you can do it and put that out in a way that doesn't necessarily offend all your politician friends and lawyers, but that does get the message out there, okay? I'm not saying you need to be offensive at all. And if you look at my content, none of it is at all offensive, but it's genuine. And if I have a thought on something, I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to be unapologetic about it. Would that draw some haters? Yes, but those are grumblings, and those will be far and few between. Now, I have taken some stands on issues, and I've had the best results from that than anything I've ever done. So if you're putting out blogs, social media, video, don't be scared to take a stand on your issues and put that information out there. Your detractors will be very few as compared to the people who respect you for it and who actually agree with you. Is it ethical? I've heard that complaint all the time. I'm not on social media. I'm not on social media. Hey, bro, join the other 3 billion people who are, okay? Join the rest of the world, the modern world, or else you need to move to, not to offend any countries out there, but to, some third world country somewhere, and live in a stick hut or something, okay, a grass hut. Because everybody else on planet Earth is on social media, and you need to be too. And you don't need to be just saying, hey, I'm Jerry Lawyer, and, this is my social media page. You need to be active on all forms of social media all the time. And is it ethical? There's absolutely nothing unethical about you putting out your message at all. In fact, I think you have an ethical duty to inform the public as a counselor and as an attorney. Think of it that way. I think of myself much like a reporter who's putting out information to others. I take that role very seriously, and I'll get into that a little more. If it were just me talking about what I do in elder law and elder law strategies all the time, that would get extremely boring to me personally and to an audience. And if I get bored, I'm not going to do it, okay? So I keep it interesting, and I interview everyone in our community and beyond, and nationwide experts like Tifa Snow on Alzheimer's and dementia that I just did last week, which is amazing and will be part of a book we have coming out shortly, because we want to put out a public service. We do it on the radio too. We do a radio show once a week that started out as an advertisement some time ago, and I said, this is boring. I want to quit. We're going to start having on guests. Now I do very little advertising, period, and I do the radio show based around community service and getting the names out there of people who can provide services for seniors in the community. And who am I having on as guests? It's people that are referral. I like to say referral partners, but I don't say that. It's not a partnership, really. They're just people who might mention my name and say, hey, Matt, you might want to go get Greg or talk to Greg because he knows about this stuff, okay? But you're just strengthening those bonds and relationships as well. So I think it's unethical. Your ethical duty is to you, to your family, and to your potential client, and then hopefully your client when you close them as a client. Because without you, and without you actually getting your services in their hands, you cannot help them. You cannot pay for your mortgage. You cannot pay your employees, and you cannot help feed your kids and send them to college. Make millions on the phone, okay? Hey, I just laughed when I said that. You may laugh when you see that. But I really mean it. I mean, turn your firm, not necessarily, I'm not saying you got to have $1 million gross per year law firm. Hopefully you have a multi-million-dollar law firm, okay, per year. What I'm saying is, cumulatively, over periods of time, you can definitely make millions with your phone. If you're still rocking a flip phone, go get a new one today. I should be doing work for Verizon or a phone company because you don't realize the connection you can have with the world. If you have one of these puppies, which is an iPhone, this is the iPhone 6 Plus, and I got phone envy now because they brought out the 6S Plus with a life-proof case with the naked back so that you can see it's a pretty iPhone, okay? I mean, that's just a personal preference, and I've got down there on the bottom, like, oh, I don't like iPhones or smartphones or Androids. I don't care which one you use, but get one and use it. Androids have apps just like the iPhones have apps, okay? And you need to invest and check in to the apps. When I say invest, I mean your time, not necessarily any money, okay? Although if there's a pro edition, I'm probably going to get it. I cannot tell you how much time or how much use I get out of this phone, how much money this phone has made me, and the previous versions that I had before it. And I always upgrade when a new one comes out because it's an investment for me. Just like education with elder counsel or wealth counsel, it's an investment. It pays me back tenfold. And I just chuckle. I really cringe. I want to jump on and be like, come on, man, welcome to 1999. Okay, put the flip phone down and grab a good phone. And it's an HD video camera. It's my link to the world. I've got apps on there like Periscope and Meerkat that I do shows all the time, live video broadcasts. Save the video, put it up to YouTube. Automatically, it feeds into our Elder Law TV button on our website, and then that sends out to our newsletter. We haven't even gotten into that. That's a whole different show. How you plug all that together, how you make it work, and how you really craft a system to get clients like you want and drip on your clients regularly. How about I need high-tech quality and equipment? You can't get anything more high-tech than this. This is an HD video camera. It does audio editing. You can do all your editing on the phone. Not that I don't do stuff on the computer, because I do sometimes. You can do most everything on your phone. And let's see, I'm looking. Twitter, tweeting all the time. Sometimes about politics, sometimes about personal matters, most of the time about elder law. Facebook, Google+, which I still hadn't figured out yet. No offense, Google. I love your apps. But I think it helps with search engines. And we do it. We do it anyway. LinkedIn. Periscope and Meerkat, though, I'm so excited about those. I mean, I use those all the time and have for a long time. It's just anytime you can put more information about yourself into the universe and do a question and interactive deal with your clients, I think you've got something special there. I don't need a TV station, although I'm going to get one. I kind of have one already with my website, to be honest with you. I need to edit and polish my content. No, you don't. Hit record. Hit record. Film the whole thing. Hit stop. Post it. Put it up. Stop being, oh, I'm a perfectionist. Dude, perfectionist, it's great. My mother's a perfectionist, but it also equals procrastination. Get your content. Good is better than great. Quantity beats that quality every single time. Get it out there. Get it up and drown the competition in your greatness, okay? And your knowledge about elder law. Just do it, like Nike. I'm too young, or I'm too old. Really, I'm too old. Looks and other excuses. Maybe I'm not the best looking. I don't know. Then I sound like smoked 4 packs of cigarettes today because of my voice. I don't care. I'm doing the nationwide webinar anyway. You take me as you find me, and you'll see. No matter what you look like, it makes you unique. No matter I don't care. If you got 3 eyes, hell, you're the only attorney, only elder law state money attorney putting out content with 3 eyes. That's all. Stop making excuses is the point. Okay, you're not too old. It's ridiculous. My 2-year-old can use my iPad. So, if you're a 60-year-old attorney, don't tell me that you can't use an iPhone, okay? Because you can. And the point is to just get rid of the excuses. Woman up, get your phone, and roll, okay? It's your link to the world. And we talked about some apps, and there are many more. Moving on. Traditional presentations. That's a good question. Should I give traditional presentations? Absolutely. The answer is, yes, more yes, and other stuff. Yeah, you ought to be giving presentations all the time, as many as they'll allow you to give anywhere. Anyone who will listen. Either at ones that you do with other financial planners or networking partners, or ones you do yourself, the canned groups. I call canned groups, which are church groups or women's book clubs, or I don't care where it is. You ought to do it. and these so readily come to my mind because I've done every single one of them. The best presentation I ever gave was my worst presentation. What I mean by that is I only had 6 people show up. I put a bunch of money into it, and it was at a country club, and it was at 1 o'clock on maybe a Wednesday afternoon, probably the reason I didn't get a huge attendance. Several years ago when I was starting out doing a little more presentation. And it was my best seminar. I had 6 people there. Every single one of them became my clients. It was an intimate setting. I went back and forth with the attendees there, for a good hour and a half probably. And we broke bread together. We ate and had a great time. Every one of them are still my clients today. So the key is just to get out there. And I'll press play. I'll show you a little bit. You think elder law and estate planning can't be exciting? That's crazy. I did this probably a year ago at Christmas and sat down on the couch with my iPhone and put it together. And it was a promo for a series of seminars I was giving at a local LeGrand Center. My first seminar that's filmed from an exit education that I did at an IHOP with a group of seniors, which was a great seminar 3-4 years ago. There's just no end to what you can do with your phone and with the technology that's out there. And I don't think you can hear the sound like I can hear the sound, but you get the point. And should you use sound? Absolutely. But this was just a commitment to what we were doing in 2014, which was just a great year for us. That's the Jason Bourne elder lawyer right there. So yes, you should do all those and all of the above and whatever you can think of and promote it. Step 4, this is probably the most important part. You have to commit. You have to commit to omnipresence. You have to commit to hustle. If I was a ball player, and I did play a lot of ball, I love baseball, I would be Pete Rose. Not because he got kicked out of baseball for gambling, but because that dude ran out every foul ball. He hustled. He hustled himself to death, literally, on the field. It was unreal. Amazing guy to watch play the game. Your life's got to be that way. And you need commitment. Oh, but I've got a law degree. That's the first line there. Lines will form around the block. I'm going to hang a shingle and join elder council, and they'll give me good content. And everybody's just going to come jump in my office, and I'll be I'll provide all this service and take care of my family and be a bazillionaire. It doesn't work like that. And everybody out there knows what I'm talking about. It does not work that way. I mean, you want to do great work for clients. That's part of the commitment and the hustle, okay? But we're talking about omnipresence today. We could talk about commitment and hustle on the work side and follow up and how to design a firm that works right in another one, okay, in another webinar. And so you can get it all done for the client in a timely manner. But people, just because you graduated from law school or because, you switched to elder law, are not going to hustle into your office. They're not going to just show up. You've got to let them know. I look at it like old school door-to-door salesmen, which had a ridiculously tough job, and it's a lost art almost. They're on the front porch, so are you. You're trying to get the person's attention. First, you got to get them to the door. You got to let them know that you're there. So you got to jump up and down. You got to bang on the door. You got to, hey, I'm over here. I do elder law. This is what it can do for you. This is why you need me. Then you can start forming the lines. Your law degree has nothing to do with it. They don't care that you got a law degree. Maybe your mom and dad do. That's about it. We talked about what will other lawyers think. Again, I put that in the who cares column, okay? What it is here's what I found to be true as well. If you ever have any haters that are other attorneys, they will watch in curiosity. They will grumble and talk just like they do at the courthouse. I've been a part of that. I absolutely deplore it, and I am a very extremely positive person. That's another topic in conversation about how to stay positive as an attorney all the time, because negativity is a wasted thought and emotion. So who cares what they think? Your detractors and your haters will end up following you and being your biggest fans, sending you clients, asking you questions. Hey, how can I do this? How can I be like you in my area of law? That's what will happen, is they'll come around full circle. You just need to commit to what you do and do it great. Do a great job for clients. Have raving fans. First, you got to get their attention. What if I generate too many clients? Oh, my gosh. Please, cry me a freaking river, okay? Generate the clients. You have to generate the clients first. I'm going to do a check to make sure that okay, I see questions coming in. I'm going to answer questions at the end, okay? But it looks like I'm still being heard. So what if I generate too many clients? It's a stupid question. I'm going to always be honest with you, okay? Sales drives everything. Wrap your mind around that, okay? Sales drives everything. You need the revenue, okay? Build the rest around it. You're paying elder counselor or wealth counselor every month. You're paying for your practice management software. You need more employees than you think you need so that you can offer great service to clients. Revenues drive that. It's an absolutely phenomenal question to ask, or I'm sorry, problem to have. If you have that problem, call me. Call me, and I will help you immediately handle those clients, okay, and figure out how to handle it, okay? And I don't mean I'm going to take them or I'm going to co-attorney with you or anything. I'll tell you how to do what you need to do, and I'll help you. I'll tell you, maybe you need to get somebody contract to come in. All these are separate shows that we could do, okay? But generate the clients, commit, and hustle to getting your name out there, generating the clients, okay? What if I'm not outgoing? I don't care. Same thing. Stop excuses, okay? If you're not outgoing, then just put a picture of yourself. I don't know. Put a picture of somebody else up there and write your blog, okay? But get the information out there, okay? Get it out. Write the best go-by book for whatever you do out there and make it a New York Times bestseller. You don't think you could do it? I beg to differ. Be a yes man or woman. Everybody's seen that movie, and it's absolutely true with Jim Carrey. Yes, man. It's a great movie, funny movie. He's a funny guy. My kids watch Jim Carrey on YouTube all the time on the television, the Roku TV we have in the den. Sitting there watching Jim Carrey old Fire Marshal Bill episodes like every day when they get home. So the yes man part or yes woman part is part of what I call take advantage of all opportunities. Commit to taking advantage of all the opportunities you have out there. Stop being scared to ask people for things like, can I present? How can I help you? Can I present at the church? Can I present at your organization? Would you like to present with me? Or if somebody calls you and asks you, yes, the answer is yes. Oh, we want to see you. We can only see you at 2 o'clock. Oh, I got 2 other appointments at 2 o'clock 2 weeks from now. What's the answer? Yes. I say that all the time to my staff. Oh, but you're going to book up 3 appointments at the same time. Who cares? The answer is yes. Once you have them in-house, in the fold, once you get a commitment from the client, that's a closing technique also. Once you get that commitment, then you can shuffle them around on the calendar, okay? Then you can move things around, or you can figure out with your staff what the most important obligation is, okay? But be a yes man, yes woman, have that commitment to clients and have that commitment to your success. What I'm really talking about in this sense is have that commitment to getting outside of yourself, to getting in the uncomfortable zones that you haven't been in yet. That's the only way that you grow, is by being a little uncomfortable. Where are my opportunities today? I say that every day when I wake up. I also say who has my money today, but where are my opportunities today? And there are plenty, an unlimited supply out there. Advanced Omnipresence. This is a little taste of what we do. This is a recent interview with Kindlen Lutz Craver. She is a dentist. She's a very good dentist, and she offers special programs for senior dental care. So I set her down in my office in a spot where I do some interviews every once in a while. Doesn't have to be there. Literally, I bought those chairs for like $40 from somebody. And I don't know, I think my wife put some elephants and something else on the table. But I'm asking Kindlen about, really, I didn't even have any notes written. And that's what she was laughing about in the beginning, is I was like, you want to see my notes for the interview? Because I just wanted to talk to her about how she provides dental care, how seniors should pay for it, what special programs are there out there for seniors in dental care. And if you don't know, in your communities, dental care is an issue for seniors. Many times the health departments, don't service anybody over like the age of maybe 21, and there's no real other options out there for some seniors in the realm of dental. So that's a problem that I'm trying to help solve, okay, with other professionals in my area. So I decided to interview Kindlen about that issue. I'm going to the second top right video there, which that's my lovely wife in a McIntyre Elder Law t-shirt. And I was out at something called the 7th Inning Stretch Festival. My town hosts the World Series for American Legion games that are broadcast on ESPN. So I always get a booth, have a presence there, and my wife, my kids, my office helps me there at the show. On the lower left, get your stuff together. That's with Debbie Vaughn from a senior center nearby, talking about how to get your stuff together and organized. I have Hayden on the left. She helps me do the radio show. She's a friend of mine, and she works in my office. And we do one every week. On the right is a show called Speaker of the House that my wife and I do, and that's about lawyers and senior issues. That's us at CrossFit, I think. At least that's my wife and kid in the back. One of my kids in the back. And, there is no wrong answer. I do a show called The Lawyer Life. I do a lot of things in my spare time, but I don't have a lot of spare time, and that's cool with me. I'm always with my family. Moving on to stupid omnipresence. I'm gonna say, don't do this, but if you're me, you're gonna do it anyway. Okay. So I have a holder and a setup in my car that if I feel like talking about an issue, I can pop it on hands-free and it'll record anything I want to talk about. Okay. And I think I was talking about I was going to a beach with my family, and we were talking about, or I was talking about healthcare directives and the importance of having those in place, especially before you go on vacation. That's what happens if they go on vacation. And we provide an online bank level security product for our clients so they can log on anywhere they are on planet Earth on vacation and get all their estate planning documents right there at their fingertips. So there is no wrong answer, okay? And I hope you laugh, or maybe you're aghast at the stupid omnipresence in the car. I've done a few in the car, and but I'll do them anywhere we are. I think that they're appropriate. So, all right. So step 5, be the rock star. Commit to being the rock star in your space. Be the celebrity on elder law in your space. Write an article. This is what I'd like you to do. I want you to write an article. I put Dant Revise. I hope you get that. Don't worry about it. Put your article out there, or put your social media out there. Just put it out, okay? Don't worry about being the perfectionist. Email it to your clients. Walk outside. Shoot a video about it. Put it on social media. Email that to your clients. Repeat it. Do a show. Do it at the same time each week. So the quiz. Know where you are, marketing-wise. Commit to hustle. Who knows you? Commit to being a rock star. And I think one got jumbled up in there. But you can go back through and look on the PDF. So that's it. And I guess I've overrun a little bit. Let me ask you, Ashley, May I take some questions? Do I have time to take any questions?
Hey, it's Andrea. Sorry, Ashley's having some audio issues. We've
Andrea.
got a couple,
Okay.
but hey, but I'll go ahead and get those to you in an email just so we don't keep folks longer than they first expected. So we'll get those out to you. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. I know we ran a little bit over. Greg, thank you. That was an unbelievable presentation, really fantastic. We will have this up on our knowledge base within 48 hours, and we'll let you know when that's ready so you can access it. And Greg, again, I'll get those questions to you. If anyone else has questions out there, go ahead and email those in to education@eldercouncil.com, education@eldercouncil.com, and we'll make sure we pass those on to you,
I'll respond
Greg.
back to all the questions.
Yes,
I'll respond back to all those questions, okay?
Terrific. Well, thank you again, Greg. We really, really appreciate it. And everybody, enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, have a great day, guys.
All right.
See you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.